Got it? I'll rewrite the entire text in English, keeping the exact word count, about the same, no words dropped, just cleaned up for smooth voiceover flow. Here's the full rewritten version. The internet exploded last night as a shocking sex tape featuring Kirk Frost and Kendra Lansdale leaked, sending shockwaves through the reality TV world. The explicit video went viral within hours, sparking outrage, heartbreak, and chaos among family, friends, and fans alike. But no one was more furious than Rasheeda Frost, Kirk's wife, who unleashed her anger on social media and behind the scenes. The family is divided, friendships strained, and long-buried secrets now threatening to spill out like never before. What really happened? Who leaked the tape? And can the Frost family survive this scandal? Today, we break down every twist, betrayal, and dramatic confrontation stemming from this jaw-dropping revelation and reveal. Young Jock's surprising role in the drama no one saw coming. Get ready for a wild ride of heartbreak, fury, and shocking betrayals. You won't believe what Rasheeda said, how Kirk and Kendra are responding, and what fans think about this bombshell everyone's talking about. The night the tape leaked, the internet lit up instantly. Kirk Frost and Kendra Lansdale, both stars from the same reality show universe but usually private, suddenly became the hottest and most scandalous topic. The video was explicit, raw, and undeniable proof the rumors fans whispered were true. As the tape circulated, social media exploded with reactions ranging from shock to outrage. Fans who once admired their journeys now felt betrayed, confused, and hurt. Amid the frenzy, one voice stood above all. Rasheeda Frost, known for her fierce loyalty and unapologetic stance on family. She reacted swiftly and harshly. She didn't hold back, expressing her pain and anger, posting scathing messages on Instagram and Twitter that left fans speechless. "How dare they?" she wrote, her words dripping with betrayal and heartbreak. "This is my life. This is my family." Some people clearly have no respect. But who was she addressing? Kirk, Kendra, or the mysterious figure behind the leak? Behind closed doors, tensions soared. Sources say Rasheeda confronted Kirk the very next morning, their exchange filled with raw emotion and harsh accusations. The usually composed Rasheeda was visibly shaken, her voice trembling with fury and hurt. "How could you let this happen? Was our marriage so meaningless to you?" she demanded. Kirk, caught between shame and denial, struggled to explain, but the damage was done. The trust that once held their relationship now lay in ruins. Meanwhile, Kendra's team scrambled to control the narrative. Her publicist released a brief statement denying any intent to cause harm, but fans sensed it was too little, too late. Whispers among insiders hinted at a tangled web of jealousy, ambition, and old grudges possibly fueling the tape's release. Adding to the intrigue, young Jock unexpectedly entered the spotlight. Known as a close friend and collaborator of Kirk, Jock's recent cryptic posts hinted at deeper involvement than anyone expected. Was he trying to mediate peace or pulling strings behind the scenes? His influence on the drama added another complex layer. The leak not only tore at those directly involved, but sent shockwaves through extended family and friends. Rasheeda's siblings and confidants publicly supported her, condemning Kirk's actions and the invasion of privacy. At the same time, some fans defended Kirk, painting him as a victim of circumstances and media manipulation. The divide among supporters grew sharp, with heated debates flooding comment sections and fan forums. Some accused Rasheeda of overreacting. Others hailed her as a strong woman standing up for her dignity. The family was fractured, and tension thickened as everyone waited for what would come next. Then came a shocking new twist. An anonymous insider leaked texts allegedly between Kendra and Kirk, suggesting the tape might not have been leaked accidentally. The messages hinted at a planned betrayal, with Kendra threatening to expose the video if demands weren't met. The revelation sent fans into a frenzy, debating true motives behind the scandal. Was Kendra seeking revenge or leverage? Was Kirk complicit in a scheme to manipulate public opinion? The scandal transformed into a battle of wills, reputation, and power. Rasheeda's response was immediate and fierce. "If these texts are real, this isn't just betrayal, it's war," she declared on social media, vowing to fight back with everything she had. The situation escalated as Rasheeda's close friends got caught in the crossfire. One friend, trying to stay neutral, was publicly called out for allegedly siding with Kirk. The social media backlash was relentless, damaging reputations and dragging even sidelines into the drama. The Frost family's community was thrown into chaos, with alliances forming and breaking by the hour. Meanwhile, Kirk's silence grew louder. After days of avoiding interviews and appearances, he finally broke it with a rare Instagram live. His voice was low, remorseful but defensive. "I'm human, I've made mistakes," he admitted. But some stories aren't the whole truth. The vague statement only fueled speculation, leaving fans desperate for clarity. The tension between him and Rasheeda was palpable. Even through the screen, young Jock's role became even more complicated when leaked audio surfaced of a heated phone call between him and Kirk. Jock sounded frustrated and desperate, begging Kirk to handle the situation carefully for the family's public image. "We can't let this destroy everything we built," he urged. Yet hints of resentment came through, as if he blamed Kirk for the mess. Fans questioned Jock's true loyalty. Was he a friend trying to help or someone with an agenda? More details about the night the tape was filmed emerged. Sources claimed Kirk and Kendra's relationship was more complicated and long-standing than known. They had secretly met for months, fueled by passion, betrayal, and desperation. The tape was recorded during one secret rendezvous but leaked, as part of a scheme to disrupt Kirk's marriage and boost Kendra's profile. Rasheeda's response combined heartbreak with steely resolve. In a private conversation leaked to the press, she said, "They wanted to break me, but they don't know who they're dealing with." Her words resonated with fans who saw her as a symbol of strength amid chaos. She was also seen attending therapy and leaning on close friends, showing vulnerability rarely shown publicly. The media frenzy continued. Tabloids racing to uncover every detail and speculate on what might happen next. The Frost family's once glamorous image tarnished, replaced by headlines of infidelity, betrayal, and scandal. Viewers wondered if the family could repair these broken bonds, or if this was the end of an era. Meanwhile, the reality show's producers announced a special episode addressing the scandal. The announcement added fuel to the fire, promising raw, unfiltered conversations and emotional confrontations. Fans expected explosive moments and hoped to see Rasheeda and Kirk face off on camera. The stage was set for what could be the most dramatic season yet. With the entire cast preparing for an emotional roller coaster, just when it seemed the worst was over, another bombshell dropped. A leaked email from a close friend of Kendra suggested even more tapes existed, hitting recordings capturing further deception and betrayal. The possibility of more leaks kept fans on edge, wondering how deep the rabbit hole went. Rasheeda's legal team reportedly began investigating to stop further spread and protect privacy. However, the damage was done. Meanwhile, social media influencers and commentators jumped into the fray, dissecting every move, word, and reaction. Fans remained split, some empathizing with Rasheeda's pain, others defending Kirk and Kendra. The scandal showed no signs of fading, keeping the entire reality TV world watching closely. Reaction videos and Twitter wars, making it clear that the scandal was not just about one family but a cultural moment reflecting the intense scrutiny celebrities face. As the dust began to settle slightly, whispers emerged about possible reconciliations, or shocking betrayals yet to come. Could Rasheeda and Kirk find a way back to each other, or was this the final chapter? Would Kendra continue to capitalize on the attention, or would she retreat into obscurity? And where did young Jock really stand in all of this? The answers remain unclear. But one thing is certain, this saga has captured the attention of millions, and it's far from over. The drama, the heartbreak, and the explosive confrontations promise to keep everyone talking for months to come. The stage is set for the next act in a story filled with pain, passion, and power plays. The storm continued to rage as Rasheeda's emotional outbursts gave way to calculated moves behind the scenes. While the public watched the drama unfold in real time, those closest to the Frost family revealed the internal battle was just as fierce. Friends and insiders reported heated phone calls and private confrontations where Rasheeda made it clear she would not let this betrayal go unanswered. One close friend said Rasheeda was furious, but beneath that anger was a woman determined to protect her family's legacy. She's not someone to be underestimated. This fierce resolve was evident in her social media posts, where she alternated between heartfelt pleas for privacy and searing attacks on those she felt had wronged her. Meanwhile, Kirk's world was crumbling. The backlash from fans and the media was relentless, with many demanding he take responsibility and make amends publicly. His silence in the days following the leak was interpreted by many as guilt and avoidance, further damaging his reputation. Yet, behind closed doors, sources say Kirk was grappling with his mistakes and the consequences. Friends described him as broken and lost, caught between the shame of the tape and the pain of seeing his family unravel. One insider revealed, he's trying to find a way to fix things, but the trust is shattered. Rasheeda isn't the type to forgive easily. The tension between them was palpable, and their conversations were described as explosive, with accusations flying and old wounds reopening. Kendra, on the other hand, found herself at the center of a storm she didn't fully anticipate. Her attempts to clarify her position only seemed to fuel the fire, with fans divided between sympathy and condemnation. Rumors swirled that Kendra was working on her own reality project, hoping to leverage the controversy to boost her profile. Friends close to her confirmed she was under immense pressure and struggling to manage the fallout. She didn't expect it to blow up like this, one confidant said. There's a lot of regret, but also a determination to come out on top. The complicated relationship between Kendra and Rasheeda, once cordial, was now openly hostile, with social media barbs and veiled threats exchanged in public and private. As the drama spiraled, young Jock's involvement deepened. Previously seen as a mediator, leaked messages suggested Jock might have played a more strategic role in the unfolding chaos. Texts between Jock and Kirk showed Jock advising caution, but also hinting at potential benefits to the exposure. Sometimes the truth comes out messy, but you gotta own it, one message read. Fans speculated Jock could be using the situation to position himself for a bigger spotlight or to protect his own interests within their shared circle. The leaked audio of Jock's phone call with Kirk painted a picture of a man torn between loyalty and pragmatism, adding complexity to his public persona. Was Jock a friend caught in a crossfire or a mastermind pulling strings behind the scenes? The family's inner circle was not immune to the drama either. Rasheeda's siblings reportedly clashed over how to handle the situation, with some urging forgiveness and others demanding accountability. Social media posts from family members ranged from supportive to cryptic, fueling speculation about divisions and alliances. One cousin's Instagram story simply said, "Not everything is as it seems," prompting fans to wonder if more secrets were waiting to be uncovered. The once tight-knit Frost family appeared fractured, with trust eroding and relationships strained to the breaking point. Sources close to the family described a series of private meetings and interventions, all aimed at salvaging what they could from the wreckage. Public reaction was a whirlwind of emotion. Fan groups split into camps, defending Rasheeda's honor or sympathizing with Kirk's struggles. Heated debates filled comment sections, with accusations of betrayal, calls for forgiveness, and demands for more transparency. The divide was so intense that some fan pages shut down temporarily to avoid further conflict. Influencers and celebrities weighed in, some offering support to Rasheeda, others urging privacy and understanding for all involved. The viral nature of the scandal made it impossible for the parties to escape public scrutiny, amplifying every word and action. The scandal had become a cultural phenomenon, reflecting the complex realities of celebrity life and the harsh consequences of private matters becoming public. In an unexpected turn, an unaired footage clip surfaced showing Rasheeda and Kirk during a family gathering, months before the leak. The video showed moments of laughter and closeness, a stark contrast to the turmoil now engulfing their lives. Fans who saw the clip expressed shock and sadness, highlighting the tragic fall from grace the family was experiencing. The clip fueled debates about the authenticity of reality TV portrayals versus real-life struggles, with many questioning how much of their pain was scripted and how much was raw truth. The duality of their public and private personas added another layer of intrigue to the unfolding saga. Kendra's camp responded to the mounting pressure by releasing a statement emphasizing the importance of privacy and respect. The statement, while brief, acknowledged the pain caused but denied any malicious intent behind the tape's release. "We ask for understanding and kindness during this difficult time," it read. However, this message did little to quell the speculation and criticism. Fans and commentators dissected every word, searching for hidden meanings and clues to the true story. The mixed signals only intensified the drama, with rumors of more leaks and confrontations on the horizon. Rasheeda's approach shifted from raw emotion to strategic resilience. Reports indicated she was working closely with legal advisors and public relations experts to rebuild her image and protect her family's interests. She began sharing empowering messages on social media, emphasizing self-worth and strength in adversity. "Sometimes the hardest battles are fought in silence," one post read, resonating deeply with her followers. Her fans rallied behind her, flooding her accounts with messages of love and support. This public show of strength contrasted sharply with the private pain she was enduring, revealing a complex portrait of a woman determined to rise above the scandal. The reality show's producers capitalized on the scandal, teasing a special episode dedicated to addressing the controversy. Advertisements promised exclusive interviews, emotional confrontations, and never-before-seen footage, drawing record pre-release buzz. Cast members were reported to be both excited and apprehensive about airing their personal dramas to the world. Behind the scenes, negotiations about how to present the story unfolded, with Rasheeda reportedly insisting on a narrative that highlighted her perspective and strength. The anticipation built as fans awaited what many predicted would be the most explosive season in the show's history. Just as the public braced for the special episode, another twist shocked everyone. A video surfaced of a private conversation between Kendra and a mystery individual, discussing plans to shake things up and get what's owed. The clip suggested that the scandal was part of a larger, more calculated plan involving multiple players. Fans speculated wildly about the identity of the other person, with theories ranging from jealous rivals to industry insiders. The leak added a new dimension to the drama, hinting at betrayals beyond the immediate circle and a deeper game at play. Rasheeda's reaction was swift, condemning the manipulation and vowing to uncover the truth. The ongoing saga also took a toll on mental health. Sources revealed that Rasheeda had sought professional help to cope with the stress and emotional trauma. Friends praised her for taking care of herself amid the chaos, noting a renewed sense of clarity and determination. In recent days, Kirk's mental state was reported to be fragile, with close friends urging him to seek help and reconcile with those he had hurt. Kendra was also said to be attending therapy, grappling with guilt and the overwhelming fallout. The human cost of the scandal was becoming clear, reminding fans that behind the headlines were real people facing painful challenges. Social media trends shifted as new hashtags emerged, some supporting Rasheeda's journey to healing, others criticizing the ongoing media circus. Podcasts and talk shows dedicated entire episodes to analyzing the scandal's impact on relationships, privacy, and celebrity culture. The story sparked broader conversations about loyalty, betrayal, and the power dynamics in the entertainment industry. Experts weighed in on the psychological effects of public scandals, offering insights that resonated beyond the Frost family's personal struggles. The drama had evolved into a multifaceted cultural moment, engaging audiences on multiple levels. As the days turned into weeks, rumors circulated about potential legal battles ahead. Rasheeda's legal team was reportedly preparing to sue for defamation and invasion of privacy, aiming to hold those responsible for the tape's release accountable. Kirk and Kendra faced increasing pressure to respond legally, with negotiations and settlements rumored behind closed doors. The prospect of courtroom drama added yet another layer of suspense to an already explosive story. Fans eagerly awaited updates, torn between loyalty and curiosity about the potential fallout. Amid the legal tensions, the Frost family attempted moments of reconciliation. Private meetings were held to discuss the future and how to rebuild fractured relationships. Some family members expressed hope that time and communication could heal the wounds, while others remained skeptical. The emotional stakes were high, with the possibility of forgiveness clashing with lingering resentment. These intimate conversations, though shielded from the public eye, fueled speculation about whether the family would unite or permanently fracture. The emotional rollercoaster kept fans invested, eager for any sign of resolution. Young Jock's next move surprised everyone when he posted a heartfelt message about friendship, loyalty, and the importance of standing by loved ones during difficult times. The post, though vague, was widely interpreted as a call for peace and unity amid the chaos. Fans praised Jock for trying to mend fences, but others questioned the sincerity of his words given the leaked communications suggesting otherwise. Dual role as mediator and possible instigator made him one of the most enigmatic figures in the saga, keeping the public guessing about his true intentions. His next actions would be closely watched as the drama continued to unfold. In the midst of all this, Kirk and Rasheeda were spotted together in a public outing, sparking rumors of reconciliation. The couple appeared composed and even shared moments of warmth, a stark contrast to the fiery exchanges of recent weeks. Fans flooded social media with hopes that this was a sign of healing, while skeptics cautioned that public appearances could be staged for the cameras. The couple's complex dynamic, full of love, pain, and history, added depth to the narrative, making it clear that this story was far from simple. the tension between public perception and private reality remained a constant theme. As the season finale of the reality show approached, anticipation reached a fever pitch. Teasers promised explosive revelations and emotional confrontations that would leave viewers breathless. The producers hinted at moments that had never been aired before, including candid conversations and unseen footage of the family navigating the scandal. The promise of closure and shocking twists kept fans glued to their screens, eager to see how the story would unfold. Yet, even as the finale loomed, insiders warned that the fallout from the scandal would continue long after the cameras stopped rolling. Throughout this turbulent time, the question on everyone's mind remained: could the Frost family survive this devastating breach of trust? The story had exposed vulnerabilities, fractured relationships, and the raw emotions beneath the polished reality TV facade. But it also revealed resilience, strength, and the complex bonds of family. Whether forgiveness and healing were possible remained to be seen. But one thing was clear: the saga of Kirk, Rasheeda, Kendra, and young Jock had become one of the most talked about dramas in recent memory. The world was watching, waiting, and wondering what would come next. As the fallout from the leaked tape continued to reverberate, the emotional tension between Kirk and Rasheeda reached new heights. Close sources revealed that their private conversations had become battlegrounds filled with accusations, regret, and moments of raw vulnerability. Rasheeda, who had initially lashed out with anger, began to show cracks of exhaustion and sadness beneath her fierce exterior. One insider described a particularly tense confrontation where Rasheeda said through tears, "I fought so hard for us, for this family. How could this happen?" Kirk, equally torn, responded with a shaky voice, "I never wanted to hurt you, but I messed up bad. I don't know how to fix this." Their relationship was caught in a painful limbo, suspended between the hope of reconciliation and the weight of betrayal. Meanwhile, Kendra faced mounting pressure to clarify her role in the scandal. Though she maintained a public stance of innocence regarding the leak, private messages suggested she was grappling with guilt and frustration. Friends close to Kendra described her as isolated and anxious, struggling to navigate the backlash from fans and media alike. Rumors circulated that she considered stepping away from the spotlight temporarily, hoping to let the storm pass. However, new social media posts hinted at a possible comeback, with cryptic captions about strength and starting over. This unpredictable behavior kept fans guessing about her true intentions and the future of her career. Young Jock's involvement remained a focal point in the unfolding drama. After his heartfelt social media post, he seemed to take on a more active role in trying to mediate between the parties. Reports indicated he organized several private meetings, attempting to bridge the gap and encourage dialogue. However, leaked conversations also suggested Jock was frustrated with the ongoing conflict and concerned about the damage to their collective reputation. At one point, he reportedly told Kirk, "We need to handle this like grown people before it ruins everything." Despite his efforts, tensions remained high, and some insiders questioned whether Jock could truly remain neutral given his personal ties to both Kirk and Rasheeda. The wider family circle was also feeling the impact. Rasheeda's siblings continued to express their opinions publicly, some urging forgiveness and others standing firmly behind Rasheeda's right to be hurt and angry. The family's social media pages became platforms for both support and veiled criticism, fueling speculation about internal divisions. One particularly revealing Instagram post from Rasheeda's sister read, "Family means everything, but sometimes, loyalty is tested in the hardest ways." Fans dissected every word, looking for clues about the family's next moves. As the reality show's special episode approached, anticipation grew to a fever pitch. Promotional clips teased emotional confessions, tearful confrontations, and explosive revelations. Viewers were promised an unfiltered look into the family's struggles, including candid moments between Kirk, Rasheeda, and Kendra. Cast members expressed a mix of excitement and nervousness about airing such personal drama to millions. Behind the scenes, producers worked tirelessly to craft a narrative that balanced sensationalism with sensitivity. Aware of the fine line between entertainment and exploitation, the episode was poised to be a defining moment for the series, potentially reshaping public perceptions of the cast forever. Just days before the special aired, another bombshell rocked the saga. A new video clip leaked online, showing a heated argument between Kendra and a close associate, where Kendra allegedly admitted to orchestrating the tape's release as retaliation against Kirk. The footage was grainy but unmistakably real, and it reignited the public's fury. Fans and commentators debated the authenticity of the video, with some accusing it of being doctored while others saw it as confirmation of a deeper conspiracy. Rasheeda wasted no time capitalizing on the revelation, sharing the clip on her platforms and calling for justice. "This isn't just betrayal," she wrote. "It's a calculated attack on my family." The drama reached new levels, with social media erupting in heated debates and divisive opinions. The mental toll of the ongoing scandal became increasingly apparent. Friends of Rasheeda reported that she was taking time away from public appearances to focus on her well-being. She was seen attending therapy sessions and spending quiet moments with close friends, signaling a need to heal away from the spotlight. Kirk's supporters similarly spoke of his struggles with anxiety and depression, painting a picture of a man overwhelmed by the consequences of his actions. Kendra's camp remained largely silent on this front, fueling speculation about the emotional cost she was paying. The human side of the scandal offered a sobering counterpoint to the sensational headlines, reminding fans that behind every public drama are real people facing real pain. As the special episode finally aired, viewers were captivated by the raw honesty and emotional intensity on display. Rasheeda appeared poised and articulate, sharing her side of the story with a mix of vulnerability and strength. Kirk was candid about his mistakes, but also defensive, creating a dynamic charged with unresolved tension. Kendra's segment was brief but impactful, highlighting her regrets and the complicated nature of her involvement. The episode did not shy away from difficult questions or uncomfortable moments, and fans praised the cast for their courage in confronting the issues head-on. The episode became one of the highest rated in the show's history, sparking renewed interest and countless discussions across social media platforms. In the wake of the episode, the conversation shifted toward possible paths forward. Many fans expressed hope for reconciliation and healing, while others remained skeptical about whether trust could ever be restored. The cast members themselves hinted at ongoing efforts to repair relationships, including family counseling and open dialogues. Yet, the shadow of the scandal loomed large, with lingering doubts about what the future held. Speculation about further revelations and hidden secrets kept the narrative alive, ensuring that the public's attention would not wane anytime soon. Young Jock re-emerged in the public eye with a series of interviews addressing his role in the drama. He portrayed himself as a peacemaker caught in an unfortunate situation, emphasizing the importance of loyalty and forgiveness. However, critics remained divided, with some accusing him of opportunism and others defending his intentions. Jock's complex position within the saga added layers of intrigue, leaving fans to ponder his true motivations and alliances. His presence in the story underscored the tangled web of relationships and power dynamics at play. As the dust began to settle, legal battles loomed on the horizon. Reports surfaced that Rasheeda had filed a lawsuit against several parties involved in the tape's release, seeking damages and demanding accountability. Kirk and Kendra were also said to be pursuing legal action to protect their reputations and privacy. The prospect of courtroom drama added a new dimension to the saga, promising months of further headlines and public scrutiny. Fans awaited updates, eagerly aware that the battle was far from over. The personal toll of the scandal continued to weigh heavily on all involved. Rasheeda's recent social media posts hinted at a journey of healing and self-discovery, with messages about resilience and growth resonating deeply with her followers. Kirk appeared to be focusing on rebuilding his life and relationships, though rumors of ongoing tensions persisted. Kendra's future remained uncertain, with speculation about possible new projects and a desire to move beyond the controversy. The emotional complexities and shifting alliances ensured that the story remained compelling and unpredictable. Throughout this turbulent period, fans remained deeply engaged, dissecting every new development and expressing a wide range of opinions. The drama had transcended entertainment, becoming a cultural phenomenon that sparked broader conversations about trust, betrayal, and the challenges of life in the public eye. Online communities formed around the saga, offering support, analysis, and heated debate. The Frost family's story had become a mirror reflecting the messy realities of relationships, fame, and resilience in the 21st century. As the saga unfolded, questions lingered. Would Rasheeda and Kirk find a way to heal? Could Kendra move past the scandal and reclaim her narrative? What role would young Jock play in the chapters yet to come? And who else might be involved in this tangled web of secrets and lies? The answers remained elusive, ensuring that fans would continue to follow the story closely, eager for every twist and turn. The drama was far from over, and the world was watching with bated breath. The storm surrounding Kirk, Rasheeda, Kendra, and young Jock showed no signs of calming as the saga entered yet another volatile chapter. Just when fans thought the worst was behind them, fresh revelations and unexpected developments kept the drama alive, pushing everyone involved to their limits. Rasheeda, who had already shown incredible strength, seemed to be gearing up for the fight of her life, not just for her marriage, but for her dignity and future. Behind the scenes, insiders revealed a string of tense negotiations between the parties' legal teams. Rasheeda's attorneys were reportedly preparing to file a multi-million-dollar lawsuit alleging defamation, invasion of privacy, and emotional distress. The goal was clear: hold accountable not only those responsible for the leak but anyone complicit in spreading or profiting from it. Meanwhile, Kirk and Kendra's representatives were strategizing damage control, hoping to minimize fallout and protect their clients' reputations. The prospect of courtroom battles added a whole new level of tension, with speculation rife that a dramatic trial could be on the horizon. As the legal storm brewed, the personal toll on the individuals involved deepened. Rasheeda, once fiery and vocal, began retreating from the public eye more frequently. She focused on healing and rebuilding, leaning heavily on close friends and family for support. "She's determined to come back stronger," said a trusted confidant. "But it's been one of the hardest times of her life." Kirk, struggling to regain footing, sought professional help to address the emotional and psychological consequences of the scandal. Sources revealed he was undergoing therapy and making efforts to repair fractured relationships. Though trust remained fragile, Kendra's position remained precarious. Publicly, she was quieter, releasing only sparse statements, expressing regret and asking for privacy. Privately, insiders painted a picture of someone caught in a whirlwind of remorse and ambition. Rumors circulated that Kendra was planning a media comeback, possibly leveraging her side of the story for a new project or partnership. The blurred lines between victim and villain kept fans and critics divided, fueling endless debate. Young Jock's enigmatic role persisted, oscillating between mediator and possible provocateur. In recent interviews, Jock expressed a desire to focus on healing and moving forward, emphasizing the importance of loyalty and forgiveness. Yet, leaked messages and videos suggested his involvement in the saga was more complex than he publicly admitted. Fans remained skeptical of his true intentions, wondering whether Jock was genuinely seeking peace or protecting his own interests. Amid the legal battles and emotional upheaval, the Frost family dynamics remained strained. Private gatherings, intended to foster reconciliation, reportedly devolved into heated exchanges, with old grievances and new wounds surfacing. Family members grappled with divided loyalties, unsure how to support Rasheeda while also acknowledging Kirk's struggles. Social media posts from relatives continued to send mixed signals, some expressing unwavering support for Rasheeda, others calling for forgiveness and understanding. The reality show producers faced difficult decisions as the scandal dominated headlines. The planned special episode addressing the controversy drew record ratings, but questions remained about how much more could be revealed without crossing ethical boundaries. Behind the scenes, producers were cautious about exploiting personal pain for entertainment, yet the pressure to deliver compelling content was immense. The show became a microcosm of the broader saga, capturing raw emotions, messy conflicts, and the complexities of fame. Fans remained hooked, their fascination fueled by every new leak, statement, and social media post. Online discussions grew more intense, with fan groups forming around different sides of the conflict. Some championed Rasheeda as a symbol of strength and resilience, others defended Kirk's humanity and capacity for change. Kendra's supporters were fewer but vocal, advocating for a more nuanced understanding of her role. The debate spilled over into podcasts, reaction videos, and late-night talk shows, cementing the saga's place in pop culture. New twists kept the story unpredictable. Whispers of undisclosed recordings and additional evidence suggested the scandal was far from fully unraveled. Rumors of possible betrayals by other figures close to the family added intrigue, with speculation about hidden agendas and long-buried secrets. These developments kept fans and media outlets on edge, anticipating what bombshell might drop next. Despite the chaos, moments of humanity emerged. Rasheeda shared glimpses of her healing journey, posting about therapy, self-care, and rediscovering joy. Kirk was seen participating in community events and family gatherings, signaling a desire to move forward. Kendra's rare public appearances hinted at efforts to rebuild her personal and professional life. These glimpses offered a hopeful counterbalance. to the relentless drama. Young Jock's next moves were watched closely. His recent collaborations and public appearances suggested a renewed focus on his music career, but fans wondered if the saga's shadows would continue to follow him. His attempts to distance himself from the controversy met with mixed reactions, reflecting the complicated legacy of his involvement. As legal proceedings loomed, the entertainment world braced for the potential fallout. Industry insiders speculated on the case's impact, not only for those directly involved but for broader discussions about privacy, consent, and the consequences of public scandals. The saga became a cautionary tale about the perils of fame in the digital age. The Frost family's story, marked by betrayal, resilience, and complexity, captivated millions. Questions about forgiveness, trust, and redemption remained open-ended. Would Rasheeda and Kirk find a path back to each other? Could Kendra redefine her narrative? What secrets remained hidden beneath the surface? The answers awaited in the unfolding chapters of this dramatic saga, ensuring that the world would continue to watch, talk, and wonder for months to come. The saga, which once seemed like a private family tragedy, had grown into a public spectacle that showed no signs of slowing down. As the legal battles prepared to take center stage, every new development was met with a mix of anticipation, speculation, and emotional investment from fans around the world. Rasheeda's lawsuit was officially filed, alleging not only the violation of privacy through the leak but also emotional distress caused by the deliberate attempts to tarnish her reputation. Legal experts weighed in, suggesting the case could set important precedents about celebrity privacy and the distribution of intimate content in the digital era. Meanwhile, Kirk and Kendra were navigating their own legal responses, with negotiations reportedly ongoing to manage potential settlements and defamation claims. The courtroom drama promised to bring fresh twists and turn the public's attention toward the high-stakes battle unfolding behind the scenes. Despite the intense media scrutiny, the individuals at the heart of the scandal continued to grapple with their personal struggles. Rasheeda, often described by friends as a pillar of strength, revealed in a rare interview that the experience had profoundly changed her perspective on trust and forgiveness. "It's been the hardest thing I've ever faced," she admitted, "but I'm learning to heal, to let go of the anger, and to find peace." Her vulnerability resonated with many fans, who rallied around her with messages of love and encouragement. This openness marked a shift from her earlier, more combative stance and hinted at a desire to reclaim control over her narrative and her life. Kirk's path toward redemption was more complicated. Sources close to him reported a mixture of regret, determination, and frustration as he worked to rebuild relationships and regain public trust. Therapy sessions, family counseling, and attempts at public apologies characterized his recent efforts. Though skepticism among fans remained high, some viewed his actions as genuine, while others questioned whether the damage was too great to repair. Kirk himself remained somewhat guarded in public, offering carefully crafted statements but avoiding deep dives into the scandal's emotional toll. This cautious approach kept many guessing about his true feelings and intentions. Kendra's trajectory was equally complex. As rumors swirled about potential new projects and media ventures, she remained elusive, balancing a need for privacy with the demands of a public eager for answers. Her occasional social media posts, often cryptic and introspective, suggested a woman grappling with regret and the desire for a fresh start. Industry insiders speculated that Kendra was working on rebuilding her brand, possibly leveraging her experiences into a new kind of empowerment narrative. Whether this strategy would succeed remained to be seen, but it added a compelling dimension to her role in the saga. Young Jock's public persona also evolved amid the ongoing drama. While he continued to emphasize loyalty and friendship in interviews, behind-the-scenes revelations hinted at a more complex involvement. Fans and commentators debated whether Jock was genuinely striving to mend fences or carefully navigating his position to maintain influence within the entertainment world. His musical projects and public appearances often included subtle nods to themes of forgiveness, loyalty, and resilience, suggesting he was processing the events through his art. This added a layer of depth to his character in the public eye, keeping audiences intrigued. The Frost family remained a focal point of the narrative. Private attempts at reconciliation were marked by emotional highs and lows, as family members struggled to balance loyalty, pain, and the desire for healing. Publicly, social media posts reflected this tension, some celebrating progress, others hinting at ongoing fractures. The family's journey became a microcosm of the broader themes of trust, betrayal, and forgiveness playing out in the scandal. Fans followed these developments closely, invested not just in the drama but in the human stories behind the headlines. As the reality show wrapped its explosive season, discussions shifted toward the broader cultural implications of the scandal. Commentators and experts used the saga as a springboard to explore issues such as the invasion of privacy, the impact of social media on personal relationships, and the complexities of public forgiveness. The story resonated widely, sparking conversations beyond entertainment circles and highlighting the real-world consequences of digital exposure in the celebrity age. New rumors and theories continued to surface, suggesting that the saga's depths had yet to be fully plumbed. Speculation about undisclosed secrets, further betrayals, and the potential involvement of additional parties kept fans engaged and eager for new information. This ongoing intrigue ensured that the story remained a dominant topic in entertainment news and social media discussions. Despite the relentless public attention, the individuals involved began to carve out paths toward healing and reinvention. Rasheeda's recent endeavors focused on empowerment, community engagement, and rebuilding her brand with a message of strength and resilience. Kirk's efforts centered on personal growth, reconciliation, and making amends, though his future in the public eye remained uncertain. Kendra's next moves suggested a desire to redefine herself and her narrative, balancing privacy with the realities of fame. Young Jock's evolving role highlighted the complexities of friendship, loyalty, and survival in a world where personal and professional lines blur. His journey underscored the tangled web of relationships that had both fueled and complicated the saga, reminding fans of the human stories behind the headlines. As the legal battles loomed and the emotional wounds slowly began to heal, one question remained at the forefront: what would the future hold for this fractured but resilient group? The answers would unfold in the months and years to come, promising more chapters in a story that had captured the hearts and minds of millions. The drama, heartbreak, and hope for redemption had created a narrative rich with emotion and complexity, one that the world would continue to watch closely, talk about endlessly, and never forget. The Frost family saga had become more than just a scandal. It was a cultural moment, a lens through which millions viewed the complexities of trust, betrayal, and resilience in the age of social media. As the dust settled on the most explosive chapters, the question on everyone's mind was whether healing and redemption were truly possible. Rasheeda, once the fiery centerpiece of the drama, gradually transformed her public persona from one defined by anger and betrayal to one of strength, grace, and empowerment. Her social media channels blossomed with messages encouraging self-love, forgiveness, and personal growth, striking a chord with fans worldwide. "I'm more than what's been said about me," she posted. "This is just the beginning of my comeback." The raw honesty and determination she displayed earned her newfound respect and admiration. Marking a pivotal moment in her journey, Kirk's path was less straightforward. His attempts to make amends and rebuild bridges were met with mixed reactions. Some fans praised his willingness to face consequences and seek help, while others remained skeptical about the sincerity of his efforts. His appearances became less frequent but more meaningful, often focused on candid conversations about mistakes, accountability, and hope for the future. Those close to him described a man deeply affected by the scandal yet committed to change. Despite the fractured trust, whispers circulated about possible reconciliation talks, though nothing was confirmed publicly. The tension between hope and doubt lingered, keeping fans invested in the unfolding narrative. Kendra's story took a different trajectory. After a period of public silence, she began to craft a new narrative centered on personal growth and resilience. Insider reports suggested she was working on a memoir or documentary project to share her side of the story on her own terms. This strategic move aimed to reclaim control over her image and offer a more nuanced perspective beyond the headlines. Though her fan base had shrunk, she attracted new supporters who appreciated her vulnerability and willingness to confront her mistakes. The industry watched closely to see how her reinvention would unfold, recognizing the high stakes involved. Young Jock's role in the aftermath remained complex and enigmatic. While he publicly advocated for loyalty and forgiveness, behind the scenes he navigated a delicate balancing act, managing relationships with all parties involved. His music and public statements reflected a man processing the saga's impact on his life and career. Fans debated his true motives, but there was no denying his influence on the story's progression. Jock's next moves were anticipated eagerly, with many wondering if he would continue to be a stabilizing force or become further entangled in the drama. The legal battles that had loomed large began to take shape. Court documents and filings made headlines, revealing the extent of the conflict and the serious claims at stake. Rasheeda's lawsuit sought not only compensation, but also set a precedent for protecting privacy and dignity in an age of digital vulnerability. Kirk and Kendra's legal teams countered with defenses and countersuits, creating a high-profile courtroom drama that captivated public attention. Media outlets provided in-depth coverage, dissecting every motion, statement, and development. The legal saga added a new layer of tension and anticipation, promising months of courtroom revelations and power plays. Within the Frost family, efforts toward healing continued amidst ongoing challenges. Private family counseling sessions aimed to mend fractured relationships, though progress was uneven. Some family members embraced forgiveness and renewal, while others remained guarded and cautious. Social media glimpses of family gatherings, heartfelt messages, and expressions of support painted a picture of cautious optimism. The family's journey toward reconciliation became a poignant subplot, illustrating the complexity of love, loyalty, and forgiveness. The reality show that had been both a catalyst and a backdrop to the saga continued to evolve. Producers incorporated the scandal into the storyline with care, balancing dramatic storytelling with respect for the individuals involved. Viewership remained high, fueled by fan investment in the characters' real lives. The show sparked conversations about the ethics of reality TV, the boundaries of privacy, and the human cost of fame. Cast members used the platform to share lessons learned and hopes for the future, adding depth and authenticity to the narrative. Social media continued to be a battleground for opinions, support, and debates. Hashtags supporting Rasheeda's empowerment journey trended alongside discussions about accountability and redemption. Podcasts, YouTube channels, and talk shows dedicated extensive airtime to analyzing the saga's impact. The story transcended entertainment, touching on broader societal issues such as gender dynamics, media responsibility, and mental health awareness. Fans engaged passionately, their conversations reflecting the multifaceted nature of the saga. New rumors and potential revelations kept the narrative alive. Speculation about additional hidden footage, undisclosed conflicts, and future surprises circulated widely. The uncertainty maintained public interest and ensured that the story remained a fixture in entertainment news. While some hoped for closure, others braced for further drama, recognizing the saga's deep and tangled roots. As the months passed, the individuals involved began to reclaim their lives beyond the scandal. Rasheeda's growing influence as an advocate for strength and resilience marked a new chapter. Kirk's efforts to rebuild trust and family bonds reflected a commitment to personal growth. Kendra's reemergence hinted at a reinvention that could redefine her legacy. Young Jock's navigation of loyalty and ambition underscored the complexities of friendship in the public eye. The Frost family saga, rich with pain, passion, and perseverance, remained a powerful story of human vulnerability and strength. Its impact reached far beyond entertainment, offering lessons on forgiveness, accountability, and the enduring bonds of family. As the world watched, talked, and hoped, one thing was certain. This was not just a story about scandal, it was a story about survival, growth, and the unbreakable spirit of those caught in the storm. The saga that once ignited firestorms of controversy had gradually morphed into a profound story of endurance and transformation. While the public spectacle may have dimmed, the personal journeys of Kirk, Rasheeda, Kendra, and young Jock continued to unfold in ways that revealed the depth of their humanity. Rasheeda, embracing her role as a beacon of empowerment, launched philanthropic initiatives aimed at supporting women navigating betrayal and trauma. Her public speeches resonated widely, turning her from reality TV star into an advocate for healing and self-worth. Fans admired her resilience, seeing in her story a blueprint for overcoming adversity with grace and strength. Kirk, still confronting the consequences of his choices, dedicated himself to personal development and family restoration. Close friends noted his growing humility and willingness to confront difficult truths. While his path was uneven, moments of genuine remorse and commitment suggested a man striving to rebuild not just his public image but the very foundation of his personal relationships. Private reconciliations with Rasheeda and their children hinted at tentative healing, though the scars of the past remained a reminder of how fragile trust can be. Kendra's narrative was marked by complexity and reinvention. After emerging from the shadows, she pursued creative projects that explored themes of redemption and growth, seeking to rewrite her story on her own terms. Her evolving public image, sparked debate but also empathy, as many recognized the courage required to face public judgment and attempt renewal. Her journey underscored the multifaceted nature of accountability and the possibility of change, even amid controversy. Young Jock's continued influence highlighted the intricate dynamics of loyalty and ambition within close-knit circles. As he balanced his career resurgence with the echoes of the past scandal, Jock's story illustrated the challenges of navigating personal relationships under the spotlight. His artistic expressions and public statements reflected a nuanced understanding of forgiveness and the cost of fame. The legal proceedings that once loomed like an ominous cloud reached their conclusions, with settlements and agreements that underscored the high stakes involved. The courtroom battles had not only impacted the individuals but also contributed to ongoing conversations about privacy rights and the responsibilities of media in the digital age. The outcomes offered a degree of closure but also reinforced the enduring complexities of trust and justice. Throughout these developments, the Frost family worked toward unity, acknowledging the pain while seeking pathways to reconciliation. Their public and private efforts became emblematic of the challenges families face when confronted with betrayal and public scrutiny. Moments of forgiveness and solidarity offered hope that healing, while difficult, was attainable. The reality show continued to chronicle their lives, evolving from sensational drama to a platform for authentic storytelling about growth, forgiveness, and resilience. Audiences remained engaged, drawn to the real-life complexities and emotional honesty presented on screen. The series sparked broader reflections on the impact of fame and the power of vulnerability. Social media, once a battlefield, transformed into a space for support, dialogue, and shared experiences. Fans connected over stories of overcoming hardship, inspired by the personal evolutions of the saga's central figures. The conversation shifted toward empathy, understanding, and the recognition that behind every headline lies a human story. As new chapters of their lives unfolded, Kirk, Rasheeda, Kendra, and young Jock each embarked on journeys that transcended scandal. Their stories became testimonies to the enduring human capacity for forgiveness, change, and hope. The world watched, learned, and most importantly remembered that even in the midst of public turmoil, the spirit to rebuild and thrive remains unbreakable. The story that had once dominated headlines with scandal and heartbreak ultimately evolved into a profound testament to human resilience and transformation. Kirk, Rasheeda, Kendra, and young Jock moved beyond the chaos of leaked tapes and public betrayals to redefine themselves on their own terms. Rasheeda emerged as a symbol of empowerment, using her platform to inspire others facing adversity, while Kirk's journey toward accountability and healing offered a raw and honest portrayal of redemption. Kendra's reinvention highlighted the complexities of forgiveness and self-discovery, and young Jock's nuanced role underscored the tangled loyalties that come with fame. Together, their experiences sparked conversations about privacy, trust, and the power of forgiveness in the digital age, leaving an indelible mark on both fans and the entertainment industry. What began as a sensational scandal became a narrative rich with lessons on love, loss, and the enduring strength of the human spirit, a story that would continue to captivate and inspire for years to come. This drama has shaken the Frost family to its core, leaving us all wondering what truly comes next. Will Rasheeda find peace and rebuild the trust that was shattered? Can Kirk overcome the mistakes of the past and heal the wounds he caused? And what about Kendra and young Jock? Will they ever escape the shadows of this scandal, or are there more surprises yet to come? One thing's for sure: this story is far from over, and the stakes have never been higher. If you've been hooked by every twist and turn, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss a single update. We want to hear your thoughts. Do you think forgiveness is possible here? Who do you stand with in this explosive family feud? Drop your opinions and predictions in the comments below, because your voice matters in this ongoing saga. Stay tuned, because when it comes to Kirk, Rasheeda, Kendra, and young Jock, the next chapter could be the most shocking yet.